Ladies and gentlemen, for your pregame entertainment, the best band in Buckeye Land, the Steubenville High School Marching Band.
Heading toward the football, and that can happen. So who will be the steady team tonight? We'll have to find out. Captains, the whole ball teams.
The first time we've ever seen this, I think. I think they're all going to shake hands, possibly.
They're all going to their respective hash marks, the individual captains meeting with the referees, and what a sight. What a sight for a city championship game. Great crowd, great weather, and you can't ask for anything more.
Hopefully we have the great football game that we're anticipating. I'd like to mention, though, a lady that couldn't be here this evening. She's working. I met her daughter this afternoon as a representative of the ICM School of Business, Ray Ann Weaver, a Wintersville graduate, whose mom is working this evening. She works for the Steubenville City Schools as a teacher, and we know that she'd like to be here this evening. I told your daughter, Mrs. Weaver, that I'd mention that this evening. Hope you're enjoying your work and enjoying the broadcast as the teams handshake each other here before the football game, and that's very nice to see.
Well, if we get the parents to do that after the game, we'll have one heck of a night. We'll be okay. The Red and the Crusaders, and Jay Neese going to have the honor of getting you through the first quarter of this, and if it goes according to the script, about 10-20, we'll be looking at someone going for the winning points, I think.
Well, we look for it possibly to go down to the wire, because this is about as evenly matched a football game as I can remember in doing a Central Big Red broadcast in the last 10 or 15 years. The stats bear that out.
Big Red deferred. Crusaders will get the football. Big Red will get their choice in the second half. Thank you. Miss Tailgate.
Hi, Wendy. You sounded good. What's this? Hot dog. Don't put them hot dogs near me, Wendy.
Give it to those boys.
Give it to those munchkins in the computer room.
And if everybody else is lucky, they'll pass them out as they go through.
It'll be Stone in the middle with Johnson and Kilmartin on his left and right flank, as Michael Jones will tee it up. Anthony Reed is the safety man, and Stone and his partner stand at the central 5. A little bit late, a couple of minutes late, but why not for an exciting contest as this one will be. And here we go. To the right, to the left side, it'll be Johnson at the 10. 15, 20 to the outside. Dragged down as he crosses the 20-yard line. Johnson could not get outside. Cody Powell on the outside makes the stop, and Catholic Central will take over 1st and 10 on excellent coverage by the Big Red kickoff unit. Only an 11-yard return to the 21-yard line.
Boy, this feels good.
Well, we've got the best seat in the house as I see it, Gino, right here on the 50-yard line.
You notice Wendy had a Crusader shirt on and a Big Red jacket?
Wendy's classy.
She's running for office.
Stone and Johnson will be twins here to the right. The backs are split behind Joe Press, the junior quarterback. DeFallo and Kevin Williams. In motion goes Johnson. Little trap play up the middle. DeFallo gets the carry. Short yardage to about the 23. Paul Kokas on the bottom of the pile for the Big Red. The 240-pound huge defensive tackle who has been, I think, the leading tackler for the Big Red this year. Pickup of 2 to the 23 for DeFallo. 2nd and 8 for Catholic Central on the initial possession of the football game. Well, Big Red is crow-eyed this time, you know. Hartzell tight at right end. Here comes the blast to Kevin Williams. A little hole as he knifes across the 25 and dives out to the 27, maybe the 28-yard line.
Well, that's just a nice quick opener. Kevin didn't have a lot of room once he got past the line, but he's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards and put the Crusaders in pretty good shape at third and about 3.5 or 4.
Kelvin Platt, the inside linebacker, made the stop. It'll be 3rd and 4. With Johnson and Stone, twins to the right, and Hartzell tight at left end. Once again, the backs are in the eye. Big Red jumps into a 5-man front. Here's a quick toss. Williams trying to get outside, but making the play quickly. Charging through for the Big Red defense, outside linebacker Robbie Fayak. He fought off the block and made the stop back at the 24, actually the 25 for a loss of 2. So it'll be 4th down and 7 for the Crusaders, and the punting unit will be in.
Well, we're going to see nothing there.
Excellent play by Fayak. Rita and Powell are twin safeties as DeFallo will do the punting. It's a good snap. The rush is on, and Ritchie bombs it out of there. Rita will field it at his 35, drop it, the ball is loose, it's still rolling, and there's a dive for it, and Catholic Central's Philip Stone has come up with it at the 30-yard line. Anthony Rita had trouble at the 35. He tried to pick it up. The ball looked like it might have hit his foot, Gino. It rolled back to the 30, and Philip Stone beat him to the football.
Yeah, that's what you call a little bit of excitement. Instead of getting down on the football, you're thinking, I got to pick this thing up and run with it, and that's his mistake. If he falls on it, it's harmless. Big Red takes over at the 35. Instead, the Crusaders have a huge break at the beginning of the ball game.
The punt covered 40 yards. The return was a -5, and Stone gets the first turnover of the football game, and Central has it 1st and 10 at the Big Red 30-yard line, and they've got twins left. And Prest is back to pass. He's looking. He's got Stone open, but he's going deep to Robbie Johnson, and it's intercepted. Terry Christian on an underthrown pass intercepts near the goal line. Johnson was out there, and so was Philip Stone. Prest decided to go long, and able to recover was Terry Christian with a big intercept.
If Joey's able to get juice on it and throw it further, Christian's not going to get there because Stone's going to catch it about 5 yards deep. Instead, he's able to get back to the football. Stone couldn't come back to it. Interception, touchback, Big Red with the ball at the 20, back-to-back turnovers.
His man beat, but the pass was underthrown. Big Red 1st and 10 as Christian went into the end zone at the 20-yard line. Mo Pearson bucks up the right side and will get out to about the 23 as he stormed under by about 5 Crusaders. We'll hear a lot of Mo Pearson this evening, I got to believe.
Both coaches in my coaches' interviews this week, John, talked highly of the other team's fullback as kind of the lost man, people that, you know, are not paid that much attention to. Reno had all good things to say about Richie DeFallo. Mark Bajelic, the same thing to say about Mo Pearson. So they both respect each other's fullbacks as maybe the lost man back in the backfields.
Pearson got 3. Steve Daly, the inside linebacker, made the stop. Hythen is a wingback right, and he'll go in motion. White hands off, big hole, bucking to the 30, and for a first down is Mo Pearson. Brought down by Hartzell, the outside linebacker and safety man, Michael Zaponik, but not before Mo Pearson picks up 7 and gets your initial first down of the contest.
Well, Mo Pearson that time found himself wide open as he got to the line. He got to the 30, and he was hit by a couple of Crusaders, but the damage had already been done.
Brown and Platt come into the Big Red offensive unit. Hythen and Lucas come out. And Reed will be split left, and Powell is tight at left end. Actually, Reed is split to the right. Pearson is a wing left. There's movement on the Big Red offensive line. The only back in the backfield was Ryan Terry behind White, but offensive motion by the Big Red will make it 1st and 15 at the Steubenville 25 on our first penalty.
Well, judging from where the
False start, offense, repeat first down.
Judging from the direction of the motion, it looked like Big Red was going to come to the short side of the field, the near side of the field, maybe on the option because Georgie was pulling. 2
early turnovers, 1 on a fumble, and right back on the next play, the pass intercept. Same formation, Reed to the right, Pearson wing left, and Terry the only back behind quarterback White, who fakes the pitch out. He rolls out. He's got running room. 25, 30, 35, cuts it back. 40, 42, loses the football. There's a fight for it. I think Big Red has it at the 44.
Boy, he started to spin, did Eric White, at about the 42-yard line, and as he spun, someone hit him. The helmet actually met the football, I think. It popped out. Crusader had a chance at it, but he couldn't come up with it, and the Big Redders on it at the 44.
That was center Kelly Keenan, who knifed in between 2 Crusaders as Eric White will pick up 19 yards and a Big Red first down, their second.
Well, That was misdirection extraordinaire. They showed everything coming to the left, and White was just naked to the right side by himself.
That was excellent faking on the pitch out by White. Same formation, but to the other side. Long count. Here's Charlie Hythen back in motion. Mo Pearson, big hole left side, crosses the 45, drags tacklers with him to the 48-yard line. One of the tacklers was Stevie Daly. The other was Frank Marcino. Also helping out on the stop was 51 for the Crusaders, defensive end Peter Gampolo.
I'll tell you what, Stevie Daly was maybe a half second away from coming up with a strip there. Mo was just barely down, and Daly came up with the ball. If they had been able to hold Mo up a little bit, he could have taken it away from him. It would have been a good fumble.
Pearson got 4, 2nd and 6. Twins left and the flanker right. The backs are in an eye. There's no tight end. Long count by White on 2nd and 6. He'll give to the tailback, Ryan Carey, his first carry in a long time, and he crosses midfield into Central Territory at the Crusader 47.5. It'll be 3rd and short. We'll call it the 47 and give him a gain of about 5. Big Red with 38 yards on 5 running plays. 5:57 to go in a scoreless first period, and Steubenville moving from their own 20 to the Central 47 with Reed to the right and Hythen left. The backs are in an eye, and Powell is tight at right end. Central in a 5-man front this time. Long count by White. He could be checking off. He's back to pass. He's looking for Hythen. He throws. Incomplete.
Would have been a great catch. Charlie Hythen at the sideline tried to go between 2 Crusader defenders and pull it in one-handed. Just a little bit high. He couldn't pull it down. Now it's decision time on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
The defenders were Hartzell, the outside linebacker, and DeFallo, the cornerback, and Eric White had to throw it high or it would have been intercepted because Hartzell at 6'3" was the up man. So it's 4th and about 1.5 yards.
They're going for it.
And they're in a double tight end, Bone. Central jumps into a 6-man front with 3 linebackers in tight.
Big play.
Will they fake it? No, they're going to go for it. White on the option is close.
I don't know.
Depends on the spot. He'll be very close to the first down. Corey Terry made a hit. Depends on where he spots, and he didn't get a real good spot, and it looks like it might be short.
No way it's there. No way.
And they say they don't even measure. Big Red will gain 1 to the 46 and give up the ball on down. As Eric White faked to Mo Pearson and decided to take it himself. Thought he had a hole. Central closed it quickly and takes over on down.
I wasn't really looking to see if there was another option to the outside. I imagine there was. The way they closed down on Eric, that might have been a touchdown if he's able to get it out.
5:19 to go in a scoreless first quarter. 1st and 10 Central at their own 46. Twins to the right. Hartzell tight at left end. The backs are split. Big Red in a 4-man front this time. Little counter play. Williams is hit by Kokas right at the line of scrimmage. Paul Kokas either beat his block or they didn't block him or they tried to trap him. He was right there and waiting.
Boy, it was like they told him where the play was going and exactly what part of the field to be standing because he just ran right into his arms.
2nd and 10 at the 46. Has 2nd and 10 at their 46. Twins again to the right. The backs are in an eye. Play action. Press was looking for Hartzell. He rolls out. He flips it, and it's tipped. Nice defensive play. George Budagrovic, the tackle, floated out to the left side. We do have a flag on the play. Press was looking for Hartzell, the tight end, on the quick pop pass, but the Big Red defensive line would not let Hartzell get out.
Defensive hold.
And maybe that's why.
Oh, no, the flag's way over there.
Well, that's where Hartzell was.
Oh, you said Hartzell. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking near side.
Hartzell was the left tight end, and that's where the flag is. And maybe that's why he couldn't get out there. And you don't see that called very often. No. You got to believe, as Big Red penalized the second time, total of 15 yards, that's what the holding was on, that Hartzell could not get out.
Well, you're allowed to chuck him. You're allowed to push him. You're allowed to do everything practically but hold on and tackle him. That had to be what was done.
Central gets their first down via the penalty, and they're in the pro set. Here goes Johnson in motion to the far side to join Stone. Straight dive play, big hole. Williams into the secondary, 40, 35, 30, 25, cuts it back. He's grabbed inside the 20 and down at about the 18 or 17. Anthony Rita making the touchdown-saving tackle, but Kevin Williams on the straight dive play found a huge hole and made a nifty cutback, and he's all the way down to the Big Red 17.
Well, he just cut back to the middle, made a Big Red defender miss on a little give and take, and he's down there where Central is definitely looking at points now. 26-yard pickup for Kevin Williams as they cut the Big Red defense on a quick, straight dive play to the halfback off of the split backs. 1st and 10, Crusaders. Twins left, and we've got a flag. Somebody in the neutral zone. Central had a formation with both backs to the left side and 2 wideouts to the left side, and Central is in the neutral zone. Well, Crusaders get marched back 5 on this, and to make it a little bit more interesting on 1st and 15.
23-yard line. Same formation. Backs are split off, set to the left with twins to the left. Option left. Press turns it up and will dive across the 20 to about the 19. Bottom of the pile. Nice shoestring tackle. Outside linebacker Russell Gorey gets pressed at the 19. He picks up 4. It'll be 2nd and about 11 and a half. In the 4th down defensive stance by Central.
We've already had that big defensive play in the game and an early gamble by one of the teams to make things exciting.
Rolling out to the right is Prest. He's under pressure. He throws. He finds his man. It's Philip Stone, but it's a short gain as Stone goes out of bounds at about the 18. Stone was coming back on the pattern, and Prest was forced to roll deeper than he wanted to away from his left arm, and it was a tough play. The gain is to the, well, we'll say 18 for 1 yard. 3rd and long.
Well, Philip, that time coming back to the football like he should, and by the time he came back to where the ball was being delivered to, there was nowhere he could go. He just went immediately out of bounds.
Johnson is in with the play, replacing Connor. Stone to the left and Johnson to the right, and the backs are split.
Watch DeFallo here.
And Hartzell's the tight end. There goes Johnson in motion to the far side to join Stone. Pressed straight back in the pocket. It's going to be a little screen. He flips it into the middle, and the intended receiver, DeFallo, as Gino indicated, fell down. And Central had a wall of 4 blockers on that middle screen, but DeFallo coming out of the backfield and looping into the middle, tripped over a defender.
I'll tell you what also helped Big Red was number 75. Don Brown was standing right between the quarterback and where DeFallo was going to. So as Press threw the ball, I think he saw Richie going down. He just kind of ditched the ball to the right of the defender and didn't give him a chance at it at all. We're going to get a 35-yard field goal attempt.
Frank Marcino is in with Mike Zapolnik holding a little angle. He's on the right hash mark, but a good angle to kick from.
He's got plenty of leg for it.
Terry Long is the snapper. It's a little high. It's down. The kick is partially blocked. I think maybe getting it was Cody Powell.
Yep.
The snap was a little high, and that sort of delays the mark, and when you get delayed, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah, Cody Pyle came in real clean, too. He really didn't get a good block on him on the far side, so the first scoring attempt of the game goes by the wayside.
So Big Red will have it for the 2nd time, and they start at their own 20 for the 2nd time. They're in a pro I. Eric White, the senior quarterback, barks the signals out. He gives the handoff. There's a big hole over the left side. Ryan Terry gets through it, but Stevie Daly, making the adjustment, grabs him by the shirt and drags him down at the 24. It appeared it would be much more than a 4-yard gain.
Give Stevie Daly all the credit on that one because he reached out and, like you said, John, got him by the jersey, and he was able to get a real good grip and bring him down. And Ryan Terry is a strong runner along with the quick runner. That's a good job to bring down a good ball carrier.
2nd and 6 as there was a huge hole there. Clock moves. Will be under 2 minutes when this play goes by. Reed to the right. Charlie Hythen is a wingback left. Terry and Pearson are the split backs. Here goes Charlie in motion. Here goes Mo Pearson, the fullback, over the right side. Good yardage to the 30. That should be enough for the first down if they mark it at the line, and they will. So Mo Pearson's been the big man. Taglione makes the stop, but not before Pearson picks up 6. Big Red now with 49 yards on 8 running plays, and they've recorded 3 first downs. 1:35 to go. Big Red on their 2nd possession. Should have been their 3rd, but they lost their 1st on a punt that was fumbled. Same formation, split right, wing back left. There goes Hythen in motion again. Little counter play. Ryan Terry on the sweep. Ryan Terry cuts it back. Ryan Terry to the 36-yard line.
Nice counter.
Daly, Kilmartin, and Zaponik.
Nice counter. Nice job of blocking by the Big Red line to get Ryan Terry into the backfield. Once you get into the backfield, you got to depend on the linebackers, defensive backs to come up and make the stop. They were there. They stopped him, but not before he picked up the 6.
Terry could not get outside, and he made the right move. He cut it up and ran to daylight and straight ahead, and he got 6. So it's 2nd and 4. This time Charlie Hythen is a receiver to the right, Reed to the left, and the backs are in an I, and Powell is tight at left end. Here comes the blast play. Terry across the 40. Terry dives to the 42, maybe the 43 for another Big Red first down. Corey Terry, along with Joe Slug Cimarella making the stop, but Big Red moving the football on the ground.
Well, if you were wondering,
that was a 6-yard pickup, and Big Red moving the ball on the ground, 61 yards in 10 carries. Pro I, Reed to the left, and he goes in motion to join Hythen, who's flankered out to the right. Here comes a straight dive off of the I formation, and Terry will dive across the 45 to the 46. Again, Steve Daly in on the tackle. But Ryan Terry will get 4, and Big Red just pounding it out here on the ground as the first quarter will come to a close. Both teams have moved the football, but the scoreboard shows double zeros. 0-0 at the end of 1. We'll be back after these messages.
That bit of a screen went to that guy, that was a touchdown. That one guy was sitting there when another guy was in 15 yards. That was a touchdown. Listen to that ball. I saw it. You know what it looked like? It looked like...
Well, the game will be 2nd down and 6.
I think that was a job. I think that was a job.
To the Big Red.
Not rushing.
65 for Big Red offensively in quarter number 1. First downs were 4-2 in favor of Steubenville.
that'll be a 2nd down and 6 for Big Red at their own 46-yard line as Eric White reaches under. Hythen goes in motion left to right, and it's Mo Pearson. Crosses the 45, 50, 45 of the Crusaders, and down to the Crusader 44-yard line. Again, simple blast play to the left side, and the Crusader defensive backs had to make the stop again.
Well, Mo Pearson has been the big man. He's running very hard. Michael's opponent came up low and tried to tackle him, and Mo just ran right over him at the central 47-yard line and got down to the 44. So give Mo a big 10 yards and give Big Red their 5th first down.
Reed will wide out to the right side. Hythen is wing to the left side as Big Red sets the backs in a split in the backfield. Ball at the Crusader 44-yard line. No score, just underway in the second period. Hythen moves left to right now. The handoff to the left side. Terry on the counter play, trying to turn the left corner. Doesn't turn it as clearly as he'd like on the short side of the field. There isn't that much room. He'll be driven out of bounds at the 40-yard line for a gain. Well, they'll mark him at the 39, a gain of 5.
Big Red continues to get good yardage, Gino, and we've seen him use a couple of plays that they haven't used this year. That play they've used a couple of times with Ryan Terry. I have not seen them use to the weak side. And when you get 3, 4, and 5, and 6 yards on first down, that's big positive yardage.
Bit less than 5 on the game, so a long 5 for the first down. Second down for the Big Red, and again, wing left, split right, back split. Again, Hythen motions, and the handoff on the straight dive to Mo Pearson. He gets into a crowd and bulls his way down to about the 36-yard line. You pick up of about 3 and bring up 3rd and short for the Big Red. 3rd and about 2.5.
They've got 83 yards now on 14 running plays. They have a total of 15 plays in the football game. Central in with only 9 plays, so you can see Big Red with some ball control.
Terry's carried the ball 6 for 31. Pearson 6 for 33. So things are pretty balanced. Eric White's had 2 tries at it. He has 20. Kevin Williams all the groundage for the Crusaders so far with 4 carries for 27 yards. Hythen will go wide right, and Pyle is in the slot right. Back split behind Eric White. And off Mo Pearson. He runs into a tackler, but stands the tackler up and drives himself for what looks to be a first down at the Crusader 34-yard line.
That was Stevie Daly who plugged the hole up, but Mo Pearson is a quick starter off of the mark, and he is very difficult to bring down. He's not too tall, and he's very compact.
Give Mo 3 to the 33.
Well, Mo Pearson and Ryan Terry getting good blocking and running the ball very well. First down, number 6 for the Red.
You know, you asked both coaches, you going to do anything different in this game? Both of them basically said, are you serious? We're going to do what we've done all year. Now, somebody moved, and I think it was Big Red's right side.
Nope, I think it was Central's left side, Dan Della Penna into the neutral zone. Let's see. Now, the offense moved first. Very good. I have my bad glasses on. on first down to hurt your drive. Now you got to get 15. Central had that happen to it themselves 2 possessions ago.
Well, the Crusaders trying to say no on Big Red's deepest penetration of the ball game. Motion Hythen left to right with Reed wide right. Option right. White keeps it. Turns it upfield across the 35 down to the 30-yard line. They'll pick up about 8 yards. It'll be second down and 7. Methodically grinding it out. Rita wide left. Reed wide right. The throw I in the backfield. And off left side. This time it's Terry. Hole open. 25-20. Cuts outside. He's gone. Touchdown Big Red. No flags.
Big hole, excellent cutback by Ryan Terry. He read the block. He made the move. The Crusader defender went for it. He slipped down, and Ryan Terry has looked superb after not playing for 3 weeks.
As I was listening on the way back from the island.
2 or 3 plays.
Jonesy will attempt the extra point. If he hits it, it'll be 62 straight. Snap a bit high. The ball is down. The kick is high and deep and good. Boy, you got all that. 9:20 to go, second period. Big Red 7, the Crusaders nothing. We'll be back.
Penalty in that drive. 11 running plays for the Big Red, and their offensive line doing the job. Big Red has gained 124 yards on 17 running plays.
High and not too deep. Philip Stone at the 11-yard line on the kickoff. Tries the right side. Beats a tackle at the 20. Beats another at the 25. Finally grabbed from behind and brought down to the 28-yard line. Philip Stone was basically hit hard twice, but refused to go down both times. Big Red tackler's not rapping on those 2 hits. He was caught from behind and returns it to the 28-yard line. First and 10 Crusaders.
So far, the Big Red offensive line has been doing the job. Big Red with ball control. They've had 18 plays. Catholic Central's had only 9. 7-0 on a beautiful 80-yard Steubenville drive.
Johnson wide left, Stone wide right. Crusaders set up shop in the pro I to Fallow and Williams in the backfield behind Joey Prest. The handoff will go to Williams. Flags fly. This one will come back. The Crusaders were moving.
Right side of the Central offensive line.
So the Crusaders find themselves with a 1st and 15, except they're on the wrong end of the field. They're in their own end. This will mark the ball back to the 23.
Second Central penalty for 10 yards.
The Crusaders looking at 1st and 15. 7-0.
Dead ball, false start, offense, repeat first down.
7-0. Big Red leads at 8:55 to go, second period. Figured this to be basically low scoring, and so far it is.
124 total yards for Steubenville on 18 plays. For Catholic Central, 34 yards on 9 plays. And so you can see Big Red has dominated. 7 first downs to 2. They're moving it on the ground.
Slot left, option left. Here comes Press. Pitches to Daly. Daly at the 25. Grab brought down at the 29-yard line. Nice job by Daly to get outside, get the corner turned a little bit, but good pursuit by the Big Red in the person of Terrence Christian.
Well, we saw Eric White run the option, but White has kept it. Press this time was covered. His trail back on a perfect pitch was Daly, who doesn't have great speed, but he picked up 6, so that's not a bad job. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, he did what he has.
He's 40 yards, almost 6 yards a pop, but they've only had 7 running plays.
Slot left, 2nd and 9. And off in the backfield to Williams. He pops a tackle with the line of scrimmage. He's out very close to the first down marker. Terrence Christian on the tackle again for the Big Red. Looks like he's going to be about, well, they're going to give him a good spot right at the
38
line, it looks like. So a gain of 9. They're going to have to bring the sticks on.
Williams was right into a hole, Gino, a drill you probably use with your squad. The back putting both arms around the ball and running between a couple of players, and that's what Williams did. And what he did was he broke right through the 2 defensive players and got into the secondary for an excellent effort.
Well, the defensive players had a chance to make a sandwich of him, but instead they let him get by. And it is a first down by the length of the ball, so the Crusaders pick up a first down at their own 38.
I see this is an important drive for Catholic Central's offense because Big Red took it down the field, 80 yards, all on the ground with 1 penalty against them in there. So technically they went 85. Central needs to counter and start to do something on that offensive line.
I want to plug our good friends at Channel 9. When you get home tonight at 11:30, you'll see the replay of this game. Joe Wolf and Stevie Fortunato to our left. Motion left to right from the Crusaders. Basically now the pro I, and the pitch to the right side. Williams looking to cut back. Does lose the football, and it's going to be Big Red's ball at the 40.
I think it's Kelvin Platt if they call him down. If they didn't call him down, Calvin Platt will have it.
Nope, they're going to call him down.
That's what they're
close.
calling.
That's a real close call. I'm not going to say it either way. I don't know.
Unless they said the Central guy came up with the football.
Well, Calvin Platt was hugging it. I don't think they did. The referee on the near side points to his knee.
The gain is 1 to the 39. Second and 9.
Trying to steer
9 at the 39.
Kevin, 6 carries and 37 yards. 6:52 to go second period. 7-0 Big Red. And back to pass. Press takes a look to the right side. Has a receiver. Complete to Hartzell. Hartzell across the 50 to the Big Red 48-yard line.
And there's a couple of flags. Look like a spear. Nice pass by Prest. He sort of sidearmed it a little bit like Bernie Kosar as he was floating one way and Hartzell going the other way. And Hartzell's a nice big target.
Ball marked at the 48. They'll mark 15 from there.
Dead ball, personal foul, defense.
Well, a popular call from the 50 East and an unpopular call from the 50 West.
Penalty number 4 against the Red, 35 yards. Central gets their 4th first down.
So the Crusaders 1st and 10. They're in Big Red territory at the 32. What, their 3rd penetration, John?
Yes. They got the fumble, then they moved into the territory the 2nd time after the intercept, and now the 3rd time.
Slot left with Stone and Connor. And the handoff to DeFallo, and DeFallo with turning motion just gets himself inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. He did most of that all by his lonesome. That's going to be a pickup of about 7. Second down and about 3.
So Central with 57 yards on 10 running plays. So both teams are moving the football on the ground. First half has moved by quickly.
Yep. Second down 3. You see a slot to the left side again. Backs in the eye with Gailey, it looks like. And Williams gets the handoff. He'll cross the first down marker down to the 20-yard line, and a first down for the Crusaders.
There was nothing outside, and Williams made a good cutback move like we've seen Ryan Terry make a couple of times and got 5 out of a gain that looked like it might have been only 2. Good decision by Williams. 5th first down for Central.
So 1st and 10, and the Crusaders knocking on the door again at the Red 20.
Central reached the Red 30 after the fumble recovery by Stone and then gave it right back, and they reached the 18 and missed a field goal.
Again, they show the slot left, back split. Handoff, dive play Williams, and Williams this time will get only about a half a yard inside the 20. Middle of the Big Red line that time, just closing it down. George Woodgrovic coming up off the stack.
Yeah.
All seats covered. Crusaders again show that slot left with the back split. Something's coming. Option right. Press keeps it. Has room across the 15, inside the 10, and down to near the 5-yard line.
Well, the Big Red defenders played the option man, Gino, to the short side, and Press read it beautifully, turned it up, and nobody laid on a glove on him for 10 yards at least.
They're going to mark him a lot shorter than I thought. They're going to mark him at the 8-yard line. So a gain of 12. 1st and goal at the Big Red 8 for the Crusaders.
74 yards on 13 carries for the Crusaders. They have moved from there.
Operate hash mark far side, moving right to left. 1st and goal at the 8. Option left. Press pitches. Open is Daly. 5 and hit and dropped at the 1. Tried to go over the top. Terrence Christian made the tackle. Christian still down, but Daly gets to the 1-yard line, a gain of 7.
Christian turned him around. Otherwise, Daly would have been in. Good hit by Christian, but he may have hit him in the wrong spot, maybe a shoulder type of injury. Let's hope nothing serious.
So they're going to work on Terrence Christian. 4:24 to go first half. Central knocking at the door at the 1-yard line of Big Red, and we'll be back to Harding Stadium in 30 seconds.
In goal at the 1, Central trying to get the tying score on the board.
Well, after Nice played defense in the first quarter, I felt I had to do something.
Naturally.
Wishbone. Let's watch for Kilmartin. Nope, goes to Williams, and Williams will be stopped short of the goal line.
Submarining through. Good job was 42. Robbie Fayak got in there low and made the hit. Williams didn't even get underway.
Looks like he lost a yard, John.
Yes, he did. Back to the 2.
So it'll be
Crusaders knocking on the door. Big Red bench signaling for something. Maybe a change in their defense.
Reno's trying to tell him watch out for the fake by the quarterback.
Unbalanced line left for Central. They'll go left. Nope.
And pass. Back to pass. Pressed. Open receiver. And did he get it? No, he dropped it. Either that or the Big Red defender got a hand on it because Hartzell does not drop too many.
He did. The Big Red defender getting over there quickly was Anthony Rita. Hartzell was open. The pass didn't get there quick enough. It was a deep sideline out off a play action. Let's see if Central's going to go for it on 4th down.
Well, that's just a great defensive effort by Rita because Hartzell was wide open. And Rita just got back in time then. Jody Hartzell just doesn't drop passes. Reed if they go to that halfback pass.
Corey Terry is in at a tight end left, double tight end, unbalanced line to the right.
In the wishbone, pitch right. DeFallo wants to throw. He does throw, has a receiver, and touchdown.
Williams.
Kevin Williams wide open, and DeFallo just did what he usually does. He lofted into the receiver's hand for the touchdown.
Excellent call, and I'll tell you what, I wasn't sure Kevin Williams could get to that ball, but DeFallo floated it up, and Williams was open near the end line in the end zone, and it was perfectly placed.
So 7-6 as the Crusaders strike. 3:23 to go in the first half. Marcino on to try the extra. Had a field goal attempt blocked earlier. Snap a little inside. The kick is up, though. It is good. And we're tied at 7. 3:23 to go. First half. Big Red 7, the Crusaders 7, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
You've got to stop.
Rich DeFallo with his 5th TD pass from the halfback position or the fullback position to Kevin Williams. Marcino's conversion ties it. 3:23 to go. Well played first half.
Funny, the whole world knows they have that, and all it does is keep working. So Marcino will kick it. Reed and Rita back to receive. Nice high kick. It'll be Reed at the 4. Out to the 10, 20, into the middle of the stack. Hit, pop, drop at the 22-yard line.
Tommy Needham first down there along with Michael Zapolnik and Stevie Daly.
Well, he ran into a crowd, and there were some anxious tacklers just waiting for him. So Big Red 1st and 10 at their own 22. 3:16 to go in the half, and the clock is rolling. We're tied at 7.
Both teams moving the ball on offense.
Back split, wing left, Reed wide right. Crusaders with a 4-man front, the 4 backers. And the flags go down before the play gets started. Big Red most likely in motion. Yep.
Penalty number 5 for 40 yards.
So take it back to about the 18.
Steubenville's offense, 124 yards.
False start, offense, repeat first down.
All on the ground. Central 80 yards on the ground, 17 in the air, 97 total yards.
First and 15 for the Big Red. Backs in the eye. Let's see if they go to the air. White back to throw, draw. Ryan Cherry to the 20. 25 cuts outside, gets a block, and a flag is down behind him. He'll get to the 35, but this may come back.
Ryan Cherry's making some great moves, Gino. He's dipping in and flipping to the outside, and at the second time he's made a Crusader defensive halfback fall down on that move.
It's going to be a hold on the Big Red.
The hold will be at about the 23, so we're going to give him 6 yards.
So Big Red will have the ball at the 13.
Holding, offense, repeat first down.
2:38 to go in the first half. We're deadlocked at 7 at Harding Stadium.
So penalties now, that's 6 for 50 yards have hurt the Big Red offensive attack. Second penalty in 2 plays on this drive.
Well, penalties have been one of the Big Red's bugaboos all year. Here it is showing up big in the first half. Single setback is Pearson. White to throw, shuffle pass, and someone has it. I can't see the number out to the 23.
I think it's Russell Gorey.
22. Russell Gorey will get to the 25-yard line.
Steve Daly again with the tackle. Nice play by the Big Red on 1st and long.
12-yard pickup.
So that's a pass, only the second thrown by Eric White. 12-yard carry, 2nd and 8. Clock moving, though. If Big Red wants to score, they're going to probably have to put it in the air.
Backs in the eye. Reed right, Hythen left. Clock continues to run. Down to 140 now. Handoff left side. Pearson pulls across the 25 out to about the 28 or 29-yard line before he's stacked up. First hit came from number 73, Frank Marcino. Got some help.
Steve Daly was over there again. He's been in on a lot of defensive plays from his inside linebacker position this evening.
It'll be 3rd down, about 4.
Pearson got 3 to the 28. 133 yards for Big Red's running game on 19 carries.
Big Red still letting the clock run. We're down to 104.
Looks like Charlie Hythen has single coverage over here. Let's see if Eric White picks that up. DeFallo will be on him, but he's given him 10 yards.
Well, Reed motions now to the near side, so we'll have 2 to the near side. White rolls right, in trouble. DeFallo can't hold on to him. Flag goes down, and White airs it out. This is going to be short and almost picked off by Zapolnik.
Hythen was behind the defenders, but White just did not have the time.
Well, the flag is in the holding area again. And that's what it is, a hold against the Red.
Central would decline. It would force Big Red to punt. If they take it, it'll push him back inside the 20.
I gotta think they'll decline it and go for the block.
Holding, offense, decline, 4th down.
So the incompletion will force Rita to kick it away.
It'll be his first punt. We've only had 2 punts this evening.
Johnson and Stone back for the Crusaders. Zapolnik, the up man. Good snap, not much of a rush, and Rita a low line drive, bounces at the 44, bounces sideways. Johnson chases, fumbles, picks it up, and he'll be dropped back at the 30-yard line. Nice coverage, Robbie Fayak, along with Terrence Christian. So the Crusaders will have 35 seconds left if they decide to go after this. Ball marked about the length of the ball, shy of the 30. We're tied at 7 with just 35 seconds to go in the first half. Just an excellent first half of football.
Looking forward to the performances of the 2 bands at halftime. They'll probably save their best for this evening's game.
Gutsy call, John. 1st and 10, and pressed on the counter play to Williams. Williams upended at about the 33-yard line. They pick up of about 3 or 4, depends on the spot. And the clock down to 8 seconds, and it looks like they'll just let it run out. It's the end of the first half. Your score, Central 7, Big Red 7, and we'll be back to Harding Stadium in 60 seconds. Deep for the Big Red, respecting the big leg of Frankie, Anthony Rita, and Maynard Reed. Frank approaches, and a line drive that bounces at about the 23 and fielded by Reed at about the 8 out to the 20. Cuts outside, hit, breaks a tackle, keeps his balance to the 25, and he's dropped at the 26-yard line.
That was Mike Zapolnik quickly down there, and Reed just shook him off at the 20 and got an extra 5 or 6.
Well, if you don't get a good solid hit when you're flying down there, you're one of those lead people. If you don't get a good solid hit, odds are you're not going to bring him down.
So they've got a long way to go each time they've got the football.
Big Red shows the pro eye, and they go right to the running game. Ryan Terry bounces outside near the 30-yard line. See where they spot his knee. They'll mark him shy of the 29, gain of about a pair. 2nd down, short 8.
Big Red did an excellent job in that first half with 133 yards on 19 running plays. John Taylor, defensive tackle, made that stop for Central on 2nd and 7.
Say this for your glasses. You pick up tacklers nicely. I have a problem with that. Back split wing right, and Reed wide to the left. Hythen motions right to left, option left. White turns it up, breaks a tackle, runs into his own man, got to the 35-yard line before he's ridden down by Michael Zapolnik. Maybe about a yard shy of the first down.
Nice job by Eric White because he broke the tackle with Steve Daly, the inside linebacker who shot on that play and has been in on numerous tackles this evening, and White did a good job of turning maybe a 1-yard gain into a 5-yard gain.
Third and short. Yeah, that's what they did. They jumped into the 6-man line to the Crusaders. Hand off, Pearson. This is going to be close. I don't know if he got there.
I'm looking at the spot.
Well, the official gets knocked off of his spot a little bit. He just lost a foot on the spot.
It'll be very close.
Well, he has the ball marked on the 36, it looks like, and the stick seems to be across the 36.
They should bring it in.
Don't do that. I'll be surprised if it's a first down, though.
If it isn't, it could be decision time here.
I'd make a decision. I'd kick it away. You're not going to give the other team the ball this close.
Yeah, but when you're moving the ball well on the ground, you might take a chance. It will be short.
Still half length of a football.
I think you'll go for it.
Think so?
Yes, sirree.
Been a riverboat gambler since he took the job. A little bit of indecision. He's getting something from upstairs.
Got a big offense.
Big play.
Or will they go into the shift?
That's what I said. The shift 3.
Oh, did you say that? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
I put that into my offense. I just can never remember to run it. The kids remember it.
Quarterback sneak.
Yep, it's open. And White, he gets a spin and he gets the first down.
He didn't have it initially, you were right.
They put a pop on him at the line and he didn't go anywhere, and he felt some room to his left, just kind of rolled down and got the first down.
Good job by Eric White. He did not have it.
Well, that's a bad spot.
Yes, sirree, I agree.
Still have the first down, but we thought he had it by a good yard. He's got it by about the length of the ball.
It's only at the 36 and a half. We'll call it the 37 and give Eric 1 yard. First down, number 8 for the Big Red, and first of the second half. The drive is still alive.
Back split. Right to the wing to the left. We've seen this a good part of the night.
Central jumps into a 5-man front with 4 linebackers.
Hythen motions, option right. White turns it up across the 30 and makes it the 40, out to the 41-yard line before he's brought down. And Hythen is getting more and more wide open as the Crusaders collapse on White earlier and earlier, John. One of these times we're going to see that ball get flipped out there.
Well, that time I thought he was going to flip it out because when he turned up, the whole defense went with him, and Hythen was the trail man, and he'd have been wide open to the outside.
5 to the 41. Second down, maybe just a hair more than 5.
We've seen White run the option 3 or 4 times this evening, more than we've seen this year.
Reed will go wide to the left. And Hythen wings to the right side now. 9:03 to go, third quarter. We're tied at 7 at Harding Stadium.
Central changes. They're in a 4-man front now.
Hythen motions. And the handoff on the blast to Mo Pearson, and this time Mo will get short yardage, only a yard or 2 as the middle of the Crusader defense collapses on him.
Vince Taglione, the linebacker shooting the gap, got some initial contact.
A pair for Pearson. He and White both have 41 yards. Terry has 69 on 9 carries.
That's good balance in your backfield.
So third and about 3. Let's see what's up the sleeves.
Central can't really key on one back.
Hythen is wide left. Back to the eye. The Big Red trying to open him up a little bit here. White with an extra long count. Hands off deep in the backfield, and Ryan Terry will get to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard more. That's all.
Dan Della Penna made the initial contact from his defensive tackle position, knifing in, and he got some contact. And as a result, the ball carrier couldn't go anywhere.
So Big Red will send the punting team on to the...
Central might be putting a rush on, although they don't have that many men on the line. Normally Central has twins back with Zapolnik the up back on the punt.
Good snap by Keenan. Here come the Crusaders, but the kick is away. Rita kicks it away from DeFallo, but DeFallo fields it at the 23. Goes lateral back to the 20, and he's dropped at the 19-yard line as he loses his footing. Richie saw himself in a crowd of black jerseys trying to put the brakes on and reverse his field, but couldn't. He goes down at the 19, a -4 on the return. So the Crusaders go first and 10 at their own 19.
All games have been close except for last year.
High backfield, slot to the left side. It's a formation we've seen the Crusaders use all night. And the handoff goes to the up man. But Daly or DeFallo?
DeFallo.
DeFallo will get short yardage to about the 21. Call it a gain of 2. 2nd and 8.
The half. Not too many passes in this game. Ball game moving quickly.
Well, this crowd just real quiet with the anticipation. Handoff Williams, and Williams will be caught and dropped at about the 24-yard line. Looked like he had a hole open up in front of him, but Big Red linebackers closed it down quickly. Calvin Platt on the stop. Call it a gain from the 21 to the 24 of 3. It'll be 3rd down and about 5. Clock running at 6:10 to go, 3rd period. Winner of this game wins their OVAC division, gets the city championship. Back to pass, pressed, rushed, thrown, and almost a nice catch by Philip Stone out in the far flat.
Stone was open, one-on-one coverage with Rita over there, but give the play to Mo Pearson. The inside linebacker was the guy that put the pressure and made Press throw the ball sooner than he wanted to throw it.
Joey Press.
Big Red could come up with good field position with Powell and Rita, twins, back at the Steubenville 40-yard line.
Last time the Big Red had to field a punt, they fumbled it away. So DeFallo, plenty of time, gets it away. Nice spiral. Turns over and drops at the 39 to Cody Pyle, and Pyle will only get back to the 43-yard line. Good coverage by the Crusader punt team.
37-yard punt. About a 4-yard return, but Big Red starts with their best field position of the evening at their own 43. Their best was at the 26 to start the 3rd quarter.
Stone and DiMarzio on the stop, and it's 1st and 10 for the Big Red at their own 43-yard line.
DeFallo averaging 38.5 yards on 2 punts, and Anthony Rita averaging 36 yards on 2 punts, so the punters have done an excellent job.
Pro set. Now the Big Red shifts all over the place. Pyle goes into a slot left, and Hythen is one-on-one on the far side. Back to pass and a draw. Ryan Terry, 45 through the middle, 50, 45 of the Crusaders, and down at the Crusader 34-yard line.
Real nice play. They spread the defense, opened up the middle, good ball handling and excellent running, and a good hole by the Big Red offensive line of Mitchell, Vudagrovic, Kokas, and Brown.
Michael Kilmartin saved the touchdown.
All the way to the 34-yard line of Catholic Central. That's 23 yards and a 9th Steubenville 1st down.
1st and 10 Big Red at the Crusader 34.
Draw play's been a nice play twice for Big Red this evening.
Slot to the left. Hythen one-on-one out on the right.
Looks like the quick out is there if they want it.
Is that DeFallo out there on coverage? Handoff Mo Pearson instead. Mo grinds and pushes down to about the 31-yard line. Crusaders gang tackling there.
Frank Maracino got the initial hit.
It'll be a pickup of 2 or 3 depending on the spot. Right. Cody Pyle tight on the left side. Backs split. Now they shift. Pearson goes wing left. Lone setback Ryan Terry. Back to pass. White in trouble. Steps up. Now he's going to try to throw over the middle and over the head of Mo Pearson, and the flag goes down. We may have an ineligible receiver downfield.
Yeah, one of the linemen was down there, 71, Sammy Mitchell. Had Eric White had time that time, he got pressure from the outside. He had Hythen going to the post, but he had Pearson open over the middle.
Kelly Keenan also trapped downfield. He thought, and both of them, I'm sure, thought that Eric was going to run the football after he got in trouble. They went down to make some blocks, and Eric delivered the football instead.
This will be penalty number 7. I would think Central would take it. Rather than 3rd and 7, it would be 3rd and long.
I don't think you want to give Eric White a chance at it that close. 5-yard pickup. This could be a loss of down.
Ineligible, downfield, 5 yards. Repeat the down.
Nope, not a loss of down, so 2nd and 12.
2nd down 12.
Grounding must be the loss of down, huh?
Okay. Could have been. One official says, wait a minute, we've got an equipment adjustment. Would have been 3rd and 7 if Central had elected not to take the penalty. They did, and it will be 2nd and 12.
Big Red with the pro eye. Eric White settles under center, and again Big Red shifts. Slot to the left, back split. White wants to throw, takes a look, goes downfield. Hythen is there. Touchdown, Big Red. Hythen got behind the defense. White laid it in there perfectly. Beautiful touch, and the Big Red has the score.
Excellent pass. You know Charlie Hythen's a deep threat. Looked like Michael Kilmartin was in good position as he was 10 yards off of Charlie Hythen. And what happened, Kilmartin got his feet tangled, and he couldn't leap to knock it away, and it was perfectly placed.
I really thought Michael had it measured. I didn't think he was going to get it. I mean, I thought Michael was going to be able to get his hands on the ball. I didn't think it would ever get to Hythen. But Eric White just put a perfect touch on the ball.
36-yard TD pass.
Michael Jones tried to make it 63 in a row on the conversion. Keenan, a long time with the snap, makes it a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
Boy, he really bombed that one. I mean, that one was out of there very quickly.
3:56 to go, third period. Big Red 14, the Crusaders 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
4-play drive, 57 yards. The big draw play by Terry and the long CD pass of 36 yards to Hythen.
High kick taken by Kilmartin at the 5, out to the 15-20, and nailed at the 25. The ball is loose, and Big Red has it. Michael Kilmartin, his defense just got sandwiched high low, and the low man put his helmet right on the ball, and it flew out.
Dwight Alford was right, second Crusader turnover.
So first and 10, Big Red at the Crusader 23. Pro I. Hand off Ryan Terry. Some traffic at the line. He'll get himself a couple of yards down to about the 21-yard line before it all falls on him. On the stop for the Crusaders with John Taylor.
And then the TD pass. And now they have it a third time. Central's had the football only 3 plays.
Crusaders sent Johnson out on Hythen now. Put a quicker man on him. As Hythen is split to the right. Reed motions left to right. And flags will fly. So kill this play. More than likely it'll go against the Big Red.
False start, offense.
So it'll be second down and 13 at the Crusader 26 for the Big Red.
Russell Gorey comes in. He's only been in there.
Down.
Big Reds like to draw play on second and long. Let's look for it. Pearson, the only back in the backfield.
They're wide out all over the place. Eric White, short drop, shuffle pass, incomplete.
They used it earlier.
Crusaders just had it measured. They got good penetration. Matter of fact, that could have gone into a Crusader defensive belly there if they were just a little bit alert, but you're not looking for that. You're just trying to make penetration and cause things to go awry. We'll attempt if they decide to do that.
It's only made a 50-yarder in 3 games.
Backs are split. Slot to the right side. Hythen wide left. Double coverage on him. And one of the Crusader linemen jumped, and the official points to the Crusaders, so it's going to be third down and 8.
What the Crusader lineman did was he was watching Mo Pearson.
We have delay of game prior to the flag.
Delay of game against the Big Red, who took a long time, but the defensive man, I think, was Peter Giampolo, the defensive end on the right side. He saw Mo Pearson go down, and that sort of confused him, and he came across the line of scrimmage, but evidently time had run out on the play, and the penalty will be number 9 for 65 yards against Big Red.
They'll make it third down and 18. Things get more interesting here. Reed will go wide right. Pearson is in the slot. Hythen is wide left. The lone setback is Ryan Terry. The Big Red shifts all over the place, and flags go down, and it's going to be against the Red, I think.
Play getting a little sloppy here. Big Red shifting 3 people.
False start, offense.
And again, 50 West, don't like it. 50 East, likes it. Oh, you love it when it's a 50-50 crowd and everybody's rooting for their side.
Now, Reno has mentioned that they've had some difficulties with penalties, and again, that's 10 this evening, 70 yards. I think there's only been 2 major ones in there.
You don't think that Greggy Bain's going to send the whole world after Eric White here now, do you?
They only got a 4-man front.
White back to throw, takes a look downfield, lets it fly toward the end zone. Hythen is there. He can't get to it. Just out of the reach as he dove for the football is Chuck Hythen. So incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down and 23.
This will be an interesting call because
I mean, even though you see Mike making them in pregame, it's a little bit different when you get in the ball game.
After the fumble recovery by Alford at the 23 of Catholic Central on the kickoff, Big Red's back at the 36.
Well, Heighton is wide to the right.
I think they're going to take a 5-yard penalty as White's taking his time. What do you think? So he can have a better punting situation.
The basic burial here is what they're trying for. And Eric White's telling the referee, just throw the flag.
And the back judge throws it.
So Big Red will back it up again to the 41. They had a 1st and 10 where?
Delay a game.
At the 23.
Offense, 4th down.
So the Crusaders turned it over on the kickoff fumble, but Big Red promptly marches, 19 yards backwards.
4 penalties on that drive.
So Rita will try to comp and corner this. I think he's going to try to kick it to the right, actually.
Are they going to go for another 5-yarder? Took a long time.
Kick it to the left side.
Beautiful.
It's a good one. Bounces at the 10 and just into the end zone. He couldn't catch the corner.
Beautifully angled, though. Oh, and there's a flag.
And that's going to go against the Crusaders, and the Big Red player just about got it right back for him. That's the place where you don't want to lose your cool. You just got a flag thrown on the other team, and you almost give it back.
Dead ball, personal foul, receiving team.
So,
penalty, 20 yards against Central.
the Crusaders have to be ambitious and careful at the same time here. They're trailing by 7, 14-7, 2:22 to go third quarter. This game long from over. And straight up the middle, Kevin Williams will get to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Big Red 2nd and 20. This time a slot to the left, the back split. Back to pass, Joe Press. Rolls left, looks, throws, complete to Philip Stone, and he is at the 20. Gain of 10. Second, make it 3rd down and 10 coming up.
Second catch for Stone.
Philip just running a nice out pattern, got himself open, Press rolling left, had plenty of time to find him and hit him. 3rd down, time will come wide right. Jamie Connor will slot to the right side. Fallow and Williams split in the backfield. Single coverage on both the receivers. Back to pass, Press, grab, sack. Mo Pearson with the sack back at about the 13-yard line. Loss of 7, 4th and 27.
Big Red had full all-out blitz with Platt and
Pearson at his goal line. Rita and Pyle back at about the 50-yard line to receive the kick. Good snap for DeFallo. End-over-end kick. Bounces at the 40. Rita will field it, fumble it, lose it. Did he get it back? I think the Crusaders are on it. They are at the 37.
that was Cody Powell that tried to field it on a bounce. He just couldn't handle it.
So the Big Red turns the ball over on a fumble for the 2nd time, and the Crusaders are out of the hole. Now let's see if they can capitalize on the momentum. Ball at the 38, 1st and 10 with 28 seconds to go in the third quarter.
So Big Red has fumbled 3 times, twice on punts, and the Crusaders have come up with it. Who did you get on that recovery?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. All the reporters don't know.
There are about 14 white shirts out of the 11 on the field on the ball. Crusaders split the backs. Press, option left, pitches, Williams drops it, and it rolls out of bounds. Or is that Kevin? Nope, that's Steve Daly.
Flag right in the middle of the pile. 3 of them, in fact.
Would have been a gain of about 3.
Flip on the offense. Repeat 1st down.
So one of the wideouts coming back did not get in front of the Big Red defender. So whereas penalties was hurting Steubenville, 2 major penalties here on the last 4 plays for Central have hurt them.
1st and 25. Crusaders split the backs, counter play, hand off to Williams, I believe, and he ran into his own blocker. He ran right into Johnny Taylor, and he'll be dropped at about the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. That's it. Crusaders 7. John Neese will have the exciting conclusion, the final quarter, in 60 seconds.
Well, Central with only 7 yards in quarter number 3 as Big Red put the score on the 36-yard TD. White to Hythen as we start the fourth. 14-7 the Red. They fake the draw, pressed his back, going down the right sideline. Johnson is out there, it's intercepted. Beautiful interception by number 40, Terry Christian, his second of the football game, and he goes out of bounds at the Big Red 46. The fly pattern to Robbie Johnson down the left sideline in front of the Big Red bench. I thought he was in position to make the catch, but Terry Christian, the safety man, doing what a safety man needs to do, playing the football.
He looked just like...
And their own 46 with 11:54 to go in the game. They lead by 7. Reed split left, Hythen a wing right. Pearson and Terry are the split backs. Hythen in motion. Little counter play. Ryan Terry finds the hole. He's at midfield. He's at the central 49-yard line. Good gain on first down. Peter Gampola there, along with Steve Daly and 74, Vince Taglione, the inside linebackers. 30 running plays, they're averaging over 6 yards a carry. Hythen split end left, Reed flanker right. Powell tied it right end. Here goes Reed in motion. He'll join Charlie Hythen. Straight dive to Mo Pearson. He's to the 46-yard line of Catholic Central.
Hanging on at the bottom of the stack, John. Frank Marcino got his hands on Mo's legs, and Mo took him a little while, or I should say a little distance, but Frank wasn't going to let go for anybody.
Taglione was helping him out. A gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Territory.
Double tights now for the Red. Flat will come in. Ian Powell. Wishbone in the backfield. Run the option to the left side. White at the 45. White first down. Pitches to Hythen on the run. 35-30. Out of bounds.
Boy.
Inside the 30 at about the 26. Michael's opponent with the touchdown-saving tackle.
What a beautiful play. Eric White was actually 5 yards downfield before he let go of the football to Hythen, and he just laid it out there, and Charlie actually ran under the football to get to it. Just a beautiful play.
At the 20, Hythen was open on that pitch, and White had not pitched it.
I'm going to give 5 and 14 on that to White and Hythen.
Double tight end, Wishbone. Almost lost the snap. White will have to keep it. White is hit. White will be sacked. Eric didn't get the handle on the snap from Kelly Keenan, and Corey Terry sacks him back at about the 34.
That's a huge defensive play for the Crusaders now, as Big Red, not even on a pass play, loses about 8 yards, John. It's going to be 2nd down and 18, and the Crusaders did what they had to do. They had to come up with a big play to put some distance between Big Red and the first down.
White did well to keep hold of the football. Corey Terry, not to be denied, was able to get him back at the 34. 2nd and 18. Big Red would hope to get a field goal at least on this possession. Naturally, a touchdown's what you want. Central's defense needs to hold. White fakes the draw. No, he gives the draw to Terry. He breaks the tackle at the 35. He spins down to about the 32. Bottom of the stack, holding on with the shoestring tackle, Frank Marcino, the defensive tackle, helped out by inside linebacker Vince Taglione and defensive end Corey Terry. So Ryan Terry. Reed left. Reeder right. Slot left is Hythen. Back to pass, White. He's under pressure. He slips and he's down. Corey Terry gets the sack.
There goes your field goal attempt.
Corey Terry, second big defensive play on this series. The loss is to the 37 of 5. 4th down and Rita in to punt. He's done an outstanding job, as has DePauw. Both punters doing an excellent job this evening. Official time, Mo Pearson trying to fix his helmet. He's angled it to the right coffin corner. He just missed the left coffin corner on his last punt. Good snap from Keenan. And he shanks it off of the end of his foot, and it will go into the stands. Nice catch by one of the fans who throws a wobbly left-handed pass back onto the field.
Never met a
lane plays here in the second half. They start at their 21 with a pro set. Option left, pressed his hit, gets away from one, will not get away from Calvin Platt. Got away from Cody Powell, but Calvin Platt was ready.
Well, just too many Indians around the Cowboys that time. There was nowhere that Joey could go. If he pitches it, he's going to put it into a big red shirt.
Gain of 6 running plays in this half. The Big Red defensive line and backers have controlled the Crusader ground attack. Straight dive play. Here goes Kevin Williams into the secondary. He gets across. Well, now they'll mark his knee down at the 30.
Boy, give Williams a big pat on the back that time, though, because all the yardage he picked up was on his own. He just did a heck of a job spinning through some Big Red tacklers and got himself near the 30-yard line. About a 6-yard gain.
Gorey made the stop. 3rd and a couple. Near the 36-yard TD pass, White to Hythen. Late in the 3rd quarter. It's the margin of difference. Pro set for Prest on 3rd and a pair. Here goes Daly to the outside, cuts into the secondary, has the first down. Looks like he fumbled the football across the 35. Big Red thinks they have it, and they do.
Boy, bad break for Daly. He had the first down. He tried to spin, and as he spun, what sometimes happens, he took a hit that he wasn't expecting, and the ball popped loose.
I think Kelvin Plass intercepts.
And here comes another bullet they'll have to dodge.
1st and 10, Big Red at the central 35. Here goes Mo Pearson over the right side, short yardage to the 34. He'll get 1, make it 2nd and 9. Time with the lead. Split receivers left and right. Pearson's a wing back to the left. Here goes Maynard Reed in motion. Powell tied it right in. Little counter play. Terry has the hole. Terry to the 30, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. 25, crawls to about the 24. Ryan Terry with a big gain.
Well, like the excellent effort of Williams a few moments ago, there's an excellent effort by Terry to keep his legs moving, put the hand down for the extra balance on the ground, and picked up a first down with the extra effort.
Split receivers left and right, wing back right, pitch to Ryan Terry, cuts it to the 20, cuts it down to the 15. He stormed under at the 14, but we've got a flag.
This is going to come back.
At the 25, and flags have hurt the Red. That'll be their 12th penalty.
Well, Ryan Terry had himself all the way to the 15, a yard short around as long as you and your friends.
Reed left, Hythen right. Pearson, wing back right. Here goes Hythen in motion. Now he reverses, quick toss. Penetration in the backfield, and Terry is down. Fighting through was Joe Cimarella to get Ryan Terry, who could not get underway. It'll be a loss back to about the 32 or 33.
That was a great job by Cimarella to come through and get himself involved in the play. Once he got back there was nothing Terry could do but try to juke him, and Cimarella would have none of it. He brought him down.
Loss of 3 to the 32, 2nd and 17. Hythen way out, split to the left. Reed to the right, slot right is Pearson. Reed in motion to join Hythen. White back, White looking, flipping out, and he underthrew Maynard Reed, who was wide open. The motion man, nobody covered him.
He was wide open. He'd been able to turn it up and get 5, 10, maybe 15 yards, depending on how fast the coverage collapsed on him. He'd have certainly had the ball within field goal range for Michael Jones.
2 of 7 for 48 and a TD for Eric White. Hythen to the far left. Looks like he has man-on-man coverage by Zapolnik. Central coming with the all-out blitz. They're going to Hythen. It's underthrown, and it's going to be picked off by DeFallo at the 20. He needs a block. He's at the 40, 50, 40, 35, 30, and out of bounds at about the Big Red 25-yard line.
Well, Eric White tried to loft it toward the end zone for Chuck Hythen, but he didn't get anything on it. It came off of his hand and just wobbled straight up in the air. The fellow just picked it up on the run, and he's all the way down to the Big Red, 24, and the Crusaders are in it.
I don't know if it was Ryan Terry or was it 61 Kelly Keenan who finally made the stop. I'm not sure if White's hand was hit or not, Gino. I said Central was coming with the blitz. It was just a straight streak pattern. As I said, Hythen had man-to-man coverage by Zapolnik. The pass way underthrown.
I don't know that I saw anybody hit it, John. I think he just didn't get it.
So Central has a shot at the Red 24-yard line with 3:25 to go. Press, play action, flip back to Johnson on the wingbacker, flanker around, and Big Red was all over Robbie Johnson. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. That play, luckily, was not a big loss.
But Johnson, usually you think that play is going to pick up something for you, and that's not where you're going to get stopped. You figure they're going to string you out and maybe stop you, but Johnson got nowhere. The Big Red had great penetration.
In fact, it was a loss of 1. Clock continues to move, 14-7. Central with the big interception is at the Steubenville 25 on 2nd and 11. Pro set. Press straight back in the pocket. Flips it out quickly to Stone. He dives, but he couldn't hold it. At about the 18. Single coverage over there by Terry Christian. It'll be 3rd and 11.
A bit more important 4-down situation here. They need 7.
Official timeout.
Well, Big Red, I think, called a timeout.
Timeout. Big Red.
All right, so 2:47 to go in the game. 14-7 Big Red, and Central trying to get the equalizer. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Go 6401. Like they say at Muttons, we care.
Here we go on 3rd and 11. At the Big Red 25, Johnson in motion from the pro set. Prest is back in the pocket. Prest has time. He's going over the middle. He's looking for Johnson, and it's incomplete. We've got a flag. Looks like pass interference.
Well, it's going to be one way or the other.
Pass interference defense. That'll be a half the distance penalty, which should be enough for a Crusader first down at about the 12 and a half.
Won't be a first down by much, but a first down it will be.
The marker is at the 14 as Cal Platt comes into the Big Red defensive unit.
After 3.5 innings, Oakland leads San Francisco 4-1.
Big Red's 13th penalty for 92 yards.
Weir High leads Buckeye Southwest 41-7. Well, that's a final. Weir High beat Buckeye Southwest 41-7.
Offensive pass interference. First down.
Central's 8th first down, but only 2nd of the half. 2:42 to go. Could we be going to overtime? It's a strong possibility. Twins left, the backs are split, and Hartzell has tied it right in.
Did Coach Bajelic think about going for the win on trickery?
Possibly. Rolling out left. Press looking. Throw it. Has a man as he slips down in the end zone. Incomplete. Rita had the coverage. Intended receiver was Tommy Needham, who slipped down, almost made the catch. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Place there.
2nd and 10. 14-7. 2:37 to go. Big Red on top. Central at the Steubenville 13-yard line. Option left. Pitch back. Here goes Daly around the right side. He's inside the 10. He dives inside the 5-yard line to about the 4.
That's great effort. He could have easily gone down at about the 7, but he put a little extra dive into it. They're going to mark him just shy of the 5, it looks like.
Terry Christian made the stop.
Mark it at the 6.
His knee went down, so 7-yard gain. Central with 98 yards on the ground on 25 running plays. They had 83 on 16 at the end of the half. Clock running with 2 minutes to go. 3rd and 4. Actually 3.5 at the 6.
Oh.
And one of the Central offensive line, actually tight end, Hartzell jumped. The ball will go back to the 11.
Dead ball. False start. Offense.
At the 2 back late in the 2nd quarter to tie it at 7. Twins left. Backs are split. Williams and DeFallo. Press rolls left. Press looking. Press lobs it in the end zone. And it's intercepted. Intended for Johnson, and guess who got it? Terrence Christian with his 3rd pass intercept.
That should do it. Peters have all 3 timeouts left. Big Red needs a first down to put this away.
Wishbone, double tight end. Pearson with a short gain over right guard to the 21, maybe the 22. Central calls a timeout. 1:19 to go. 14-7 Big Red. We'll be back in 30 seconds. The Big Red 22 with 1:19 to go. They lead 14-7 double tight ends Wishbone. White options, has running room. 25. White has a first down at the 31, and that possibly will do it. DeFallo and Zapolnik make the stop, but Eric White with a nifty run on the option. Had no intent to pitch it.
Wintersville, and it's not good news for Golden Warrior fans. Edison South 21, Wintersville nothing.
Here it's 14-7. 1:06 to go. Big Red has the lead and has the football at their own 31, and White will probably fall on it, as he does back at the 29. Central with only 1 timeout left.
And they immediately call timeout with 1:02 to go, and we'll be back in 60 seconds.
213, call 282-9522 for delivery service in Brilliant, Mingo, and New Alexandria. Phone 598-3918.
Now Eric White again fell on the football, this time back at the 25. Central with no timeouts left. Big Red comes to the line of scrimmage. It will be 3rd down and 16. They'll need to run only 1 more play and will win their 8th straight and have a home court advantage, it appears, in the playoffs, as will Catholic Central. will be here Friday and Saturday of next week as White again falls on the football back at the 22-yard line. And that should do it. Clock ticks down. There's only 20 seconds to go. Seconds. And Big Red with a 36-yard TD pass from White to Hyphen in quarter number 3 wins their 9th straight football game. They're 9-1. Central will enter the playoffs at 8-2. Your final score, Steubenville 14, Catholic Central 7, and we'll be back in 60 seconds.